Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode on the channel. My name is Rolando, and here on this channel we talk about everything including personal finance, how to invest, and how to get out and stay out of debt. Today's videos we're really going to talk about three things, all to do with M1 Finance. I told you guys when I got to a certain point I would make up an update video when I got to the $500 milestone, and I got there pretty quickly. Also in this video we're going to talk about some of the changes M1 made to their platform. Number one, they came out with a great new look and they added dark mode, which I like very much. And then two, they made changes to the minimum amount that you can buy per stock, and they made changes to the minimum amount that you can have where the platform auto invests for you. So let's take a look. So inside the M1 Finance app, there's a little megaphone looking icon. If you just click on that, it shows you all the announcements that's going on in M1. And one of the first ones you'll find out is they do have a new look. That's the second one down. And then also they have some important changes that's coming up to M1 Finance. So let's just click on that. In big bold text, changes coming to M1 Finance minimum stock buys. So if you take a look, it addresses, it says, hi all, we're raising the minimum buy amount per security. Security is another word for stock on M1 Finance to invest from 0.01, so 1 penny to $1. And the minimum cash balance for auto invest from $10 to $25 effective April 15th. By the way, April 15th is when my child is due. That's an important day. It's also tax day, well, the old tax day. They also go on to say, we realize the change we realize this will change some of the transactions that you've become accustomed to. We want to be transparent as possible, giving you early heads up to the changes and explain why it's happening and what you can expect to go far. So they go on to say, but the TLDR is saying they're going to make these changes, one, to reduce costs to us, and then two, to reduce costs for them as they make trades. So as you guys know, M1 Finance is a free platform for us to buy stock and make trades. Now, the more frequently they make trades, they have to execute those trades and they have to pay to make those trades. So I understand why they would reduce the amount of trades. I read somewhere that about 25% of the trades on M1 Finance is less than $1. So just right there, if they can eliminate 25% of their trades, they can keep the cost low. Now, they said this will reduce the cost and effort for us. I don't really understand that because the cost is already free for us, unless that by doing this, they can keep the platform free. Well, then that would absolutely make sense. So in my opinion, I don't think it's really that big of a deal because I normally invest $25 or more every time that I'm investing. But for someone who's just starting out and you have a smaller portfolio, then this could be a big deal and may turn you off the M1 Finance, especially since you only can invest and trade in one window as it is. I'm on the East Coast time and my trade window is from 10 to noon Monday through Friday during the weekdays. So it might be a turn off for you, but for me, it really doesn't affect me that much. I will say this, the next one might affect people, the auto invest feature, because to keep your platform balanced, as you get dividends or as you add, it used to be $10 and they would spread that out across your portfolio. But now having $1 to invest plus the $25 auto invest, it will just sit there until it gets to $25 before it invests. I guess that kind of makes sense with what they're doing because you need at least $1 for each security. So if you have 30 stocks, $25, right? You need $1 for each one. There will be 25 stocks that will get a dollar and 5 will be left off, as opposed to those fractional pennies that was going into the other ones. So this, I'm kind of on the fence on this one. I don't really know how this will play off in terms of how your portfolio will stay balanced in the long run, but we'll see. But overall, I still think it's a great investment platform, and it's free. And as your portfolio turns to grow over time, I don't see this being too much of an issue. All right, so speaking of that platform, I really am liking the new user interface and the dark theme. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the yellows. I'm not a fan of yellows. Maybe you guys like it, but everything else looks pretty good. So if we head over into the investment tab, is where I want to show you guys. I'm already up to $690. I know I said I'll make a video at $500, but I just kept investing. I was making transfers like I was telling you guys before. I actually have another transfer of 50 going over to the account on Monday. So I just been making a ton of transfers and I'm just happy about it. As you guys can see, there was a 25 there, a 25 there, a 50 there, a 34 there, a 50 there, a 50 there, a 50 there. I made a 10 right there just so I can make a balance. But as you can see, I've been doing pretty well in terms of making investments. Now, if you look at overall, my portfolio since I've started it is down 2.14%. Now, if you've been paying attention to the stock market, it has been all over the place, up and down. So I'm not really concerned about that. But if we take a look at the day, I think a day is down too. So the last day, yeah, Friday is down 1.5%, which a lot of these is taking a big hit. I also made changes. I messaged M1 and I told them to rebalance my portfolio and without making it a taxable event. So they actually paused my trading. So a lot of the gains that I got reset. If you guys want me to make a video on how to move a slice of a pie to a different pie, or a slice of a pie within another pie in your portfolio, let me know. I can do that. There's two ways to do it. The way I chose to do it is I emailed M1 Finance and had them do it for me. Now the problem with that is it resets your data. I don't believe that I'm down overall since I started M1 Finance, but since it reset all my data, I lost all that history. But there's a way you can move a slice without resetting your data and losing all that history. And I can tell you both ways. If you guys are interested, just let me know with a comment down below. So healthcare has been up and down. I'll take a look at this real quick. Let's look at all since we reset it. Johnson & Johnson's been doing pretty good. Walgreens took a big hit on Friday. CVS, United Healthcare. Pfizer is way up. These pharmaceutical guys think they have a handle on I don't want to say a cure, but some drugs to fight the coronavirus. So they're pretty up. So Pfizer, Merck, and AbbVie are all up for me. They're looking pretty good. Amazon was down. Microsoft was up. Utilities. So inside my utilities, I have Waste Management and American Waterworks. Great long-term stocks in my opinion, by the way, but they were both down big time on Friday. Apple was down. Alphabet was down. Facebook was down. Walmart is one of those surprising stocks. I know I talked about it last video. It is up 8.6% on Friday. It's just been a pretty big performance. It was down most of the day, but then it finished as a red. I think that's because people were moving their money on the weekend. Almost every Friday of the last 2 months, people don't want to go into Monday uncertain as more news come out, so they move their funds from the more risky stocks and put it into some of those consumer staples and things like that. So that's why I think we've seen such a big cash flow movement into Walmart. Other than that, it's just Disney. One thing that did surprise me is Nvidia. Intel went up, but Nvidia went way down. I'm not sure why that's happening. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. But as you can see, I'm currently moving Verizon, as you can see, into a new slice within my pie. I'm going to move that down here to communications. It's going to be in here with another account that I'm adding into the portfolio, and I'll leave the video on this. So American Tower is basically one of those, it's kind of like a REIT, but for towers. They lease their towers out to major providers. So I'm going to have it be its own. It's been growing quite substantially, and it pays a decent dividend. I think it's between 1 and 2. I can't remember exactly. And it didn't change my overall allocation. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. I just wanted to give you an update on my portfolio, show you where we were. The next update is scheduled for 1,000, but at this pace, we might make it there by Tuesday. I don't know. But anyway, I plan on making a video every 2 weeks. I might make it sooner. It just depends on how much interaction I get on this channel. The more interaction I get on this channel, the more videos I make, with my goal being to eventually make several videos a week. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down below how your portfolio is faring. If this news changed the way you might consider investing in one finance platform or another platform such as Robinhood. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.